Hi guys, so today while solving this problem, this was a very interesting one and this should be rated I think lead code hard, but because of a lot of people have tried this question, so probably that's the reason why it is a lead code medium, but you'll know when we solve this question why I'm saying so, but to be honest, this was beyond medium level. So just looking around the question, what it says that you have to find out three numbers, and you have to return three numbers like in the of the array whose sum is equal to 0. And the trick is to not have any duplicates of the triplets. Whatever you will be returning in a form of array, that will be a triplet. Over here you can see, and each triplet needs to be unique. And we saw in our previous question, like to some problem, we used two pointer approach. So earlier here I did something like creating one loop and another loop for I and j, and for k I tried to create map, hash map, and try to value, but it was failing somewhere around 319th test case. So I have to change the approach. It was eventually going to n cube somehow. I don't understand how, but that was the issue. And then later on, I tried to fix it with n square. Uh, I implemented a ith and jth value, and like the whole logic is you iterate over the array and you keep your ith value. Ith value at any one number using for loop, and then for j and kth value, what you do is you use the pointer mechanism. So n for looping singly, and then uh, another n for looping using a hash map, sorry, using two pointer. So that's your solutions become n square. So let's solve this question. And okay, we'll look around our solution one by one. So the first step would be to sort this array. Okay, nums dot sort. So this would be n log n, but again, we'll look around it. And just creating the final solution that we'll be submitting at the end of the solution. I comma a in enumerate. So those guys who are not familiar with enumerate is a method where which you can say enumerate is a method by which we return the index as well as the element, so we can track it. It's something you don't have to do it manually. Python has already implemented it, and I would say it's a good point. So what we are enumerating nums. Okay, so okay. One thing you can check if you don't want to mess with edge cases, what I'm going to write it. If I not equals to 0. So if it is not the first element and a equals y equals nums I minus 1. Okay. So what I'm doing here is just wait a second. So here I'm checking whether if it is a first element and there isn't any left element to it, right? So if it is not the first element, say there are two minus ones and minus ones, replacing this with minus one. So in that case, if we were considering this, then there wasn't any left element, so we would not have processed this, and this would have skipped. But what if there are minus two minus ones? So whenever it was here, it would have checked that whether these two are matching. So why we are doing this? If two elements are matching, then we are going to skip over it again and again, uh, continuing this treatment. Okay. And another now we have our I and ith, and let's have now the two pointer, and for that j comma k. What you will be saying, you can do either left, right, or j and k. Let's see. J, you would say it will always would be the next element of I, and for J you can take it like length of nums. Okay, and then minus one cause we'll be taking the track. Okay, you have the basic idea why we're doing this minus one, right? Correct. Okay, so while J is less than K, this is the very essential condition, like 2 pointers are not crossing each other. And then if, oh, we have to find if a plus nums j plus nums k is less than 0, is the case when a and then somewhere I and somewhere j. These all are, this is sorted by the way, whatever you are imagining. Okay, so if they are not, then what you have to do is you can increase ith value with pointer. So here there isn't ith value. My bad. That was j. So j equals to plus equals to 1, right? And if a plus nums j, whenever it is greater than 0, then what you can do, j k minus equals to, just you're subtracting 1 from the last element in that case. And the very case, if it is equal, what you have to do, you can append to final dot append, right, a comma nums uh, j comma nums. Okay, and one more thing, like the answer they require in form of a list. So just create a list. And what you can also do is you can raise jth and j key value by 1. And there is a problem. What if I is here and there are two zeros, 0 and 0. So again, you have to do something very similar to what you have done here for skipping. So let's create another while loop. The whole idea is to skip this if there are two zeros, for example. Then I was already here and there are two zeros and k was here. So if there are two zeros, you will, and if they are making 0, you will have redundant entries in the final. So what you can do is you can increase, you need to have some mechanism to increase jth value from this position to this position. Okay, while j is less than k and jth height will nums j equals nums j minus 1. In this scenario, j plus equals to 1. And at very last, you can return final. If everything is right, I think this should solve. I also have to do. Okay. Well, I think I solved this question. Great. So still it is taking a lot of times. Let's analyze complexity. It's n square. Great. Stop recording.